I'm Eli Bremer. I'm one of the founding partners of Karman Line. My oldest brother is retired after serving 28 years on active duty. He got stationed in about 20 different locations. And after graduating from the Air Force Academy, my middle brother also served for 6 years. So all three of us growing up just north of the Air Force Academy were incredibly influenced by being involved. And so even though I'm not still in the military, my two brothers and I have over 50 years of wearing the uniform combined. So it's very much in my passion to support our military members and also to support the entire team around the military. I grew up on a small family ranch just north of Colorado Springs in unincorporated El Paso County. My parents moved out here from the Washington, D.C. area when I was 3 years old because they wanted to have a new start and a beautiful place to raise their family. I am so glad that this is where my family settled down. I grew up just north of the Air Force Academy. We sponsored cadets when I was a kid, and I looked to cadets as sort of my big brothers, mentors, things like that. So it was only natural for me to want to follow in their footsteps and go to the Air Force Academy. When I was in high school, my dad ran for county commission. In 1994, he was elected to the board of the El Paso County Commission, and he was an attorney. And when he got on the board of the El Paso County Commission, one of the things that he was very passionate about was tying our community together in a master plan of trails, a trail system. And so he was heavily involved with architecting out the trail system that we all enjoy today. There's almost nothing I enjoy more than taking my son out on the Santa Fe Trail. And there's actually a little stretch of trail where there's a mile marker there. And my dad helped put that mile marker in place. And I'm so proud of that. I graduated Lewis Palmer High School. And 3 weeks later, I started at the Air Force Academy in June of 1996. And 4 years later, I graduated in May of 2000. After I graduated from the Air Force Academy, my first duty assignment was at Schriever. Then it was Air Force Base. Now it's Schriever Space Force Base. I'd never been out there, and the first time I went out there, I remember thinking, oh my gosh, there's nothing out here. It was a very difficult commute, and I can tell you that I and pretty much everybody else out there really wanted to have a better connectivity to Colorado Springs. So I was stationed at Schriever for about 2 years, and then the Air Force gave me a special assignment to train for the Olympics. So I actually wound up either living at or training at the Olympic Training Center for over 10 years. And I represented the United States in the 2008 Olympics. I was so proud to not only wear the uniform of Team USA, but also to wear a United States Air Force captain's uniform and to represent our nation in such a great way. And then I did another 2 years at Peterson Air Force Base, now Peterson Space Force Base. And it was a marked difference to be able to drive out of the gate and actually have, a gas station where you could fill up your car before going home, or you could stop and grab groceries. Your wife calls and says, I need a gallon of milk. Completely different experience between the two bases. It was a little bit after that my time with the Air Force came to an end. And I got into private business, and I've been very involved with the community. My family's been very involved with the community. And it was a couple of years ago that I had the opportunity presented to me to do something special to support our military. The land that's between Peterson and Schriever Space Force bases came on the market, and I looked at this as an incredible opportunity to use private funds to build something great for our community. Schriever, everybody who works out there is pretty much connected to Colorado Springs. We lived out here and drove out to serve our country out of that base. And so I saw firsthand the need to have better services and better amenities that were connected to Schriever. Government studies have shown, though, that our cost of living in Colorado Springs is remarkably high for military members. So while people want to be here, they want to enjoy Pikes Peak, the mountains, the great outdoor living that we have here. Financially, it's hard for the military to justify putting a lot more assets here. So we have a great opportunity right now to use private funds to build the future of our city, which will also then attract military funds to build the future of our national defense. This is a great opportunity for Colorado Springs to step up to the plate and help support our national defense, but also to grow our city's economy. So it was sort of a vision. I didn't quite know where to go. So I picked up the phone and I called Kevin O'Neill and I said, Kevin, I'd been stationed at Schriever. I think this is something we could do to support our military, to support both Schriever and Peterson. And Kevin said, let me think about it. And he didn't have to think very long. He came back and said, let's do this. Let's do the right thing for our community. Let's do the right thing for our military. And let's find a way to really bring Schriever and Peterson in and to support our men and women in uniform and all the contractors and DoD employees that are part of our community here in Colorado Springs. And that was really the genesis of Karman Line. I'm not a real estate developer. Kevin's not a real estate developer. Most of the people involved are not real estate developers. We're veterans, we're businessmen, we're locals. We just wanted to help out our community and build something great for our city.